you? I've been, you know, with all this stuff going on out there in the world, I've been doing my part to help those who would like to live in a less violent world, and a world that looks at them less as things and more as people, them being Black Americans. It's kind of it is sort of a phenomenon that's endemic to the U.S. I mean, there are George Floyd protests all over the world, but like, while policing is pretty bad in most countries, it's like shockingly bad here. And we've seen how bad it can get, you know, over the last 2 months, as the police have just escalated the violence in the protests. So that's been hard to watch. Also, as you may see, I've got a new set. It's my old set turned 180 degrees. The shelf that I was attaching all of my stuff to, that one right there, started pulling out of the wall once I started putting more things on it, because I upgraded. I'm no longer, as you may notice, I'm no longer recording on the Canon EOS M3. Video quality is a little bit better, just a smidge better. I bought myself some nice things for a change. It was not easy for me to do. I bought two new things that are not grip related. I bought a new softbox, which is right here. It's the Glow 34-inch, I think, beauty dish. It's triple diffused. You know, there's a plate, an inner diffuser, and an outer diffuser. It is attached to a GVM P80. Yeah, a GVM P80 COB running at 75-80% output. It's just bright enough to do it with that was used with the other new thing that I bought, which is the Sigma 16 1.4, which is what you're viewing me on. It's honestly, it's a little wider, obviously, than the old Vivitar I was using. It's also quite a bit brighter, but since I was using the Vivitar on a speed booster, the actual light gathering capabilities haven't really changed. It is sharper though. I'm running it wide open here, and the Vivitar can't go wide open unless you want lots of glow and chroma. But as far as like resolution, they're pretty equivalent. If you get them both down to like 2.8, they're about the same. I was kind of surprised at that. I thought for sure the Sigma would be sharper. I've never had, all of my vintage lenses I've bought for the character, for the way they look, the particular je ne sais quoi that they add to my pictures. The Vivitar is actually like a legit good lens. That is the 28mm f1.9 Series 1, if you're curious. It's actually a legit good lens. I was really surprised with it. The downside to it was no autofocus. None whatsoever. Manual lens, no autofocus, no auto iris. I'd have to set up my focus target here, just like clamp it to a light stand, and then try and focus the. And then of course, inevitably, I'd focus it here, and then I'd go and I'd start talking here, and I'd be completely out of focus for the whole video. So, this is nice because I can just turn on the camera, start recording. Autofocus, face tracking, it's an A6300, it's got really good autofocus on it. And the Sigma 16 is very good at maintaining that autofocus. So that's really good. So one of the things I wanted to do with this video is go over my thoughts for the channel and where I think I want to take it in the next year or two. And that is, now that I have enough things on my run board, that obviously I've started and not finished, given the very small number of videos I have. Sorry. I think I'm gonna keep, like, politics, vlogs, personal stuff, mermaiding, my furry stuff, yes, I'm a furry, to this channel. And then I'm gonna make use of, I already have the channel, I'm gonna make use of my second channel, which is Tech Ambrosia. And that is going to be where I record my light reviews, my equipment reviews. I've got a review I want to do on this, don't call it a Varipole setup that I have, that I'm filming this on, because this is the way to go if you are on a budget. It's super easy, super inexpensive to mount this stuff up. But all of that stuff, which I'm going to break into a series called BrokeTube, I think I'm going to put it on my second channel. And I think that'll be good because it'll focus the content of that channel. When I started it, I was unemployed and I wasn't sure where I was going to go with it. I had a lot of free time on my hands and not a lot of experience with making videos, or really a lot of experience with how YouTube works, both in the algorithm and the viewing audiences, because that is part of it. Channels do best when you have focused content. Like, I just want this channel to be a vlog channel, where I can just talk about things, try out some new setups, I don't know, ooh. And then I can do my serious content, my computers and my cameras and my gear reviews and my BrokeTube on Tech Ambrosia. I think that'll fit. It'll focus that channel a little bit more astutely, and separate it from me. Separate the brand from me. Because I don't want to sell myself as a brand. I'm not a brand, I'm a person. You can't tell me otherwise. So yeah, that's it for this video. It's a real short one, just explaining what's going on with the channel. Wish I could tell you what the first new Tech Ambrosia video is going to be. I've got lots of ideas. It might be this, not a Varipole setup, just because it's set up and it's done, and I can review it because it's right here. It's ready to go. I can also review the softbox. I can review my light. I can tell you whether it's a good idea to buy an A6300 in 2020. The answer to that, short answer to that, is maybe. Depends on what you need. For a setup like this, I think an A6300 is perfect, which is why I bought one. But that's beside the point. That's what the other video is for. I can explain my point of view for that. But then also stuff like these LED lights in the background, how useful they are, how expensive they are, that would go on the other channel. These I don't recommend. Like, they're nice, they add a nice splash of color. They're very vibrant. And they're actually really nice for, like, room ambiance, just having on when I'm not recording. But they're not really configurable. They're these, you know the kind of LED I'm talking about. The kind that comes with a little remote like this. Like, they're not great. You've got about 4 colors that work on video. You've got a red, a green, a blue, a cyan, and white. And that's it. Everything else puts up this horrible flickering. And even, like, magenta, there's 2 magentas, both of them flicker. You'd think, just turn on the blue and the red LEDs full. Why do they flicker? Anyway, yeah, these are not great. They are cheap, though, I will say that. Bounce. They are cheap. One moment. They're incredibly inexpensive for what they are. They're $40 a piece. So if you need, like, room-level lighting You can buy 2 or 3 or 4 of these. Works great. The other downside though, as you may have noticed, when I press buttons on this, only one of them changes. How great is that? It's a blessing and a curse, honestly, because it'd be nice to just like change all of the lights with one button, but no, you can't. It's one remote per light, and it's really annoying. Anyway, this isn't a gear review channel, and this isn't a gear review. I'm gonna let you go. I'm belying my Midwestern upbringing there, sorry. But yeah, I think that's the direction the channel's gonna go. I'm gonna split it off and keep like vlog and personal stuff on this channel, and put technical, camera, computer stuff on Tech Ambrosia. So I'm starting over, but like I only have 40 subscribers right now, so it's not really a big loss. And that will keep Tech Ambrosia very focused and keep this channel from becoming a brand, which I don't want it to be. I'm not a brand. Alright, before I run the risk of rambling, good night, and thanks for watching.